Hey y'all, welcome back to Babeinlibrary. It's your girl Lisa, and I am on vacation. So I am in beautiful Long Beach, California. It is so bright and sunny. Take a look at my view. So that is the Long Beach Theater, and behind that is an aquarium, and I have just loved exploring this city with my friends before we go on a cruise. So I wanted to come here and tell you a little bit about what I'm reading. I am finishing up Embers by A.H. Cunningham. That is for another vlog, so you should see that really soon if you have not already seen it at this point. Not sure which one of these videos are going to come first. Probably that one because I've edited more of that. But neither here nor there. I'm at the 90% mark of that, so that is the final book I'm reading for that vlog. But for this one, I'm letting the wind of the breeze that I'm getting on the cruise take me wherever I need to go. Right now, I am reading Baker's Bully by Mesha. Y'all, having a great time. This one, I think I'm about 60% of the way through. I read majority of it while I was on the plane. I'll be able to knock it out today and then go to Baker's Bully 2. This story, we have our female character, Egypt. Egypt gets a call from her best friend, and she's like, hey girl, you'll never guess who I saw in the club. Now, Egypt truly does know who Mahogany sees. She's probably like, yeah, I can guess. If you gave me one chance, I'm going to take that chance, and I got it. It's probably my boyfriend, Jonte. She didn't say that, though, because Jonte is supposed to be on his best behavior. So, in true fashion, Egypt think he doing what he's supposed to do. Now, baby, your man missed your anniversary, so he ain't up to no good. He out in the streets with this woman, and I'm telling you, best friends, come through. Now, Egypt goes outside. She run outside with her clothes still on. She like, all right, this is my last straw. Let me go to the house. So she sees the car. Now, the car is like a Ferrari 90 or S90 or something like that. I don't really know what the real car is, but I know it costs some money. So she goes over there, and she out there busting the window out the car. She kicking it. She slashing tires. She going ham. And she's like, well, since I'm done, let me knock on the door and let them know, hey, come look at your stuff. This is my last straw. She go banging on the door like, come outside, come outside. 3 open up the door like, who you looking for? Because I ain't him. Now, 3 is not her boyfriend. Her boyfriend name is Jonte. So it's already bad news bears when the man comes out like, what you do to my car? Okay, cool. Who is you? Run me my money, or you 2 feet, 3 feet, 6 feet, 5 feet, 9 feet under the ground. Her friend Mahogany just so happens to be there. No, it wasn't her. Don't blame her. Blame me. He said, cool. Now both of y'all in trouble. I got a proposition for you. You can't afford to fix this car. The ladies is like, yes, I can. He didn't want to hear that. He don't care nothing about that. Actually, what I'm going to do for you, you gonna come work down at my strip club. Excuse me, say what? He said, your options are 6 feet under, or to be getting this money through working this club. Now, I know y'all probably like, how is this, not necessarily how is this legal, but like, how is this gonna work out, Lisa? Why are you setting up a romance for a female main character who is told to work at the club for a male main character? How they gonna be together? This is a form of, I would say, captive situation. Now, it sounds real bad. There is no trafficking in this book. 3 and 4 not playing that. 4 is another male main character in the book, but 3 and 4 don't get down like that. They may be down with illegal activities, but they also respecting some of these women and giving them, you know what I'm saying, their full due profit, right? Like, they not out here doing no illegal stuff. They realized the game because the game was taught by their father, like, hey, where the women will be, the men will follow. Like, that's how you make money, and you pay your people who loyal to you, right? So 3 is on the up and up in the situation. He not a bad guy in this, except that man don't care. He ruthless with his. He like, this is what you gonna do. And again, once you start to learn a little bit more about 3 and his partner 4, you will realize they just have aggressive love language, but they be soft in their own manner. They want to be a lover boy, but the streets won't let them be. They have to be what the streets need. And so again, I'm telling you, ride with me. This book sounds really, really bad, but when you get to realize that on love at first sight type of joint, 3 is down bad for her. He like, you my woman, I'm asking you to do this because I really want to be in your presence. Like, you one of one. Then I see it in you. And so, like, if you read on, you'll feel the vibes. You'll feel the care. You'll understand it's not what it sounds like. 100%. So, I am reading and enjoying that book. I am having a great time getting ready for vacation. If you can't already tell, I am feeling vacation vibes. So, that being said, I'm going to come back in and let you know what else I decide to pick up while I'm on vacation. Hey y'all, I'm doing a little quick check-in. This is my outfit of the day. I am in the process of reading The Illusions of Power by J.L. Seegars. I'm 27% in. I'm having a great time. Now, what I find interesting is I just got to a specific part in this book, and JL, when was you going to tell me that my boyfriend of the New Haven series has a brother? And his brother is in this book. I love it when worlds connect and collide, and I'm able to see how things are going down. That just elevated the game for me. But this already set the stage because let me tell you, it's a forbidden romance because our FMC, whose name is Celine, she is the future first lady, right? So she is on this campaign with her husband of 18 years trying to get him elected into office. Now, they are an interracial relationship. Celine is black. Her husband, Aubrey, is white. Already, America doesn't want to see them succeed. They want him to succeed without her. And it only further pushes the plot and the narrative because Aubrey has been caught in a scandal cheating on his wife with his speechwriter. Yeah, you heard me correctly. He is sleeping with this young, naive girl, and he is asking his wife to stand beside him. Now, that is where the book kicks off. And it gets good. It gets good and rolling from that because his campaign manager, she had put bull in the skirt. Now, while I don't like her, I respect Jordan. And she is like, okay, game recognizes game. Actually, Celine, you're a formidable opponent. But whatever you come with, I'm coming harder because my goal is to get this man into the office. Your goal at one point was to get this man into office. So I need you to get over yourself and tell me what you want. Now, Celine really wanted her husband and her to work. She really wanted them to succeed and get all of their dreams. But her husband don't want that. Her husband is trifling. Again, I understand. He's a politician. Why did I expect more from a man? I don't know. But what I want you to understand is it's fine because what she doesn't know is that she's going to have not one but 2 men that look out for her and protect her. Yes, that is where the forbiddenness of this trope comes into because it becomes a polyamorous relationship. This is a MMF romance with 2 Secret Service agents. Clock it. You've got Cal, who is this man that wants to protect and provide for Celine. Now, what I find interesting is Cal has never been interested in a woman. He has only been interested in men this entire time until he sees Celine and he's like, she awakens something in me. She makes me want to be a protector and a provider for her specifically. I'm not usually interested in women, but I find her intriguing. I find me called to be the man that she needs, which provides an issue because his best friend and his partner in the Secret Service agent is Beck. Now, Beckham and Celine don't necessarily see eye to eye. Celine doesn't have any issues with him. She actually doesn't want Secret Service altogether. And it just so happens that her and Beck never got off on the right foot. But Beck, not only is he and Cal best friends, they're also lovers. Now. Callahan is a very complex man, but not more complex than Beck. Beck has so many layers to him that I'm enjoying unfolding them. Callahan and Beck's relationship stemmed from the fact that Beck was really closed off. He came into the FBI because they started off as FBI agents. They protected a former president and saved his life, which is how they've been elevated to the status of becoming Secret Service agents to protect Celine and her family. Now, Beck is a former widow. He is also an orphan. So he's a very complex man. He's very closed off. But the one person that's been able to get under his skin and become, intermingled with him is Callahan. Now, Callahan is also in love with his best friend, but they have never been able to really truly be as a couple out in the open because obviously it is forbidden. They can't be on the same protective detail and love each other out loud. Also, the fact that Cal is the only man that Beck has ever been with, and he's warring with that in his mind. So for Beck to see that Cal likes Celine more than is necessary, he's not only worried about his man's heart, he's also worried about their stability with one another on this detail. And again, all of that angst and that tension mix into one because Cal and Beck are seeing how Celine is being treated, and they don't like that. They don't like that she is still with this man who has been dogging her out left and right. And I can't wait for it all to bubble over. I am very, very interested in this story because I love good political intrigue. I love being able to see the layers in which JL Seegars can write. This has a lot of information that's stuck into it because it's tackling not only, social norms when it comes to Black people being in polyamorous relationships as well as Black men being in love with each other and still being strong, but it's also talking about some of, the police reforms. It's talking about gun control. It is talking about politics and mental health. This is tackling a lot of difficult topics. So JL Seegars, if nothing else, she can write her ass off. And I want y'all to know that I'm already loving and enjoying it. But when I figured out how these characters were connected to my favorites in the New Haven series, I said, I'm sad, JL. Go off, queen. Whatever you write, I'ma love, but I'ma love this extra hard because I just realized, like I said, one of our characters is tied to someone else in the New Haven series. So I'm going to continue reading this because it's real juicy, it's real good. And I'm going to tell y'all how I feel about this as well as Baker's Bully. And I'll talk to y'all in a second. I should be ashamed because it's taken me so long to get you all this update, but I just want you to know a time was had on my trip. I think that is where I didn't do any more check-ins after this last reading clip that I showed you where I was reading Truth or Dare. One, because I got so engrossed in the story, absolutely enjoyed it. This 5-star novella is just a quick morsel of what Danielle Allen's writing is like. I really do love her indie work. This had been on my shelf for years at this point, and I have always told myself every time I go on vacation, pick up this book, read this book. Well, this was the time, and I'm so glad that I did. This one was perfect for the friends to lovers aspect, specifically thinking about friends that were developed earlier in your adulthood when you were back in college and you've been friends with this person for 10 years, but you kind of fell apart. It was a big group of you all. Now you're coming back to celebrate 2 of your friends getting married. You all shared this really big friendship group where you have men and women. Everyone starts to pair up, but you 2 never made it a thing. And now it's 10 years later, you're celebrating love, you're back with your friends, and feelings start to bubble up and surface. I think this was some of Danielle's, best true work because, again, in this space, she moves effortlessly. She goes in and she's like, okay, how do I make this fun? The banter, phenomenal. The way in which Simone and Kingston, you really can tell that they have been friends, truly and honestly, where they can joan on one another. They can talk about each other's life choices and still be cool. Even when they start to become romantically involved, there's a little bit of hush-hush because, again, their friend has specifically told them, you all cannot hook up. I am trying to get him with one of my sisters, and you can't help the chemistry that they have. That is what the deliciousness that this book had. Not only was there the kind of forbidden aspect that your friends, like I said, they also are celebrating love. So this has a little bit of wedding drama, which you all know is a good time. I will tell you, this also had the spice, y'all. These 2 had pent up energy. They had some things to work through, and I really, really loved it. This was one of the things where, like, I felt myself talking to the book like, really, friend, that's how you gonna play? You gonna make me out to be the bad person? You was doing X, Y, and Z. Like, that's what's going on here. So I would tell you to check out this book. I also want to tell you I finished Baker's Bully, and let me warn you, it ends on a cliffhanger, and you're going to want to read part 2. Me personally, I just wind up buying the omnibus. I will be seeing Mesha in Chicago next month, and I'm ready. I am ready to get my hands on the copy that I ordered because not only is it omnibus, so it's a special edition, it also has the most beautiful cover, which if I can, I'll put it here, but I will be hauling that in my haul from Chicago and let you know what I got. But Mesha, baby, you put your foot in this book. I don't want to get too much into details. I felt like that I did that early on. I will tell you, when I did provide you with that update, I was really focusing on 3, and I was focusing on Egypt. But there is a second couple that is in this storyline, and you follow their love story and how it's connected with Egypt. And 3 is because 3 has a best friend who is pretty much like a brother to him named 4. 4 and him, they work together with the strip club. They are really, really close. So it's only right that his best friend link up with her best friend named Mahogany. Now remember, Mahogany is kind of in this sticky web with her best friend Egypt because she, one, told her that was her ex-boyfriend Jonte's car. So baby, you put me in a situation in the first place. Your heart was in the right place, but baby, use your brain. So that was the one thing. And also because Mahogany started to take a liking to working at the strip club. So she is really good at it. She is probably their most sought after dancer, and she catches the eye of the best friend there. Now, their relationship has that tension, meaning that she don't want to be kept down and he can't let her go, and she is fighting him the entire way. She happens to stumble upon him outside of the club when she goes to the bookstore that he owns. Yes, we have a reader and a bookstore owner, and I love that about 3. He is multi-versed. He is multifaceted. He said, I can own a strip club and a book club. What you mean? I can have a bookstore and sell merch, and outside in the street selling merch. Like, what are we talking about? That man don't play no games. He has all illegal and legal activities on lock. And I wanted to talk about their relationship just as much, because there is a lot of I hate you but I like you type of energy here. I don't want to be someone who chases you, but I want to be chased. Like, they have that good angst and banter and tension, especially when Mahogany tends to get a little big for her britches. So she comes in, there's a scene where he is out and she thinks that he is with another woman. She sees him and she doesn't know that's his sister. And let you know, she did clown, and she only bit herself in the butt with that one, because the way it spiraled into like this large ordeal and you had to pay the piper, her eating her words, but then also saying, yeah, I'm gonna use that to say, yeah, I'm claiming that man, that's my man. Like, and I had to let him know that scene, that whole few pages, that the way it comes full circle, I laughed tremendously. This book is hella funny, but it is also hella serious. So I will tell you that you need to be mindful of some trigger warnings. There is domestic violence on page. It does not happen with our female main character. And our male main character, it is the female main character with someone else. So that is a really heavy component, and I want to say it is not happening just once. It does happen at least twice on page, and it is some large ordeal that winds up going into book 2. So please be mindful of that, and protect your mental health and protect yourself. I have not gone into book 2 just yet, but that is something I will be doing fairly soon. I hope to come back and tell you I love that one as well, but let's go into the last and final book that I read for the month. Or for this trip, actually. Now, the last and final book that I read for this vlog was The Illusion of Power by J.L. Seegars. You all knew that I left off deeply engrossed with this book, and I still am. Very similar to The Baker's Bully, this leaves you with a cliffhanger, but honestly, I feel like it wrapped it up pretty nicely. If you decided that you did not want to continue, you were like, okay, cool, that was a good fun time. Y'all decided what y'all was gonna do, and that's that. But this put me in a desperate need to go rewatch Scandal, and I'm kind of constantly fighting that urge every single day, because the way in which the political plot and intrigue started to come in towards the end of the book, like this person wants revenge for this person was connected this way, I was like, okay, young Shonda Rhimes, I'm gonna say that this necessarily is not the same writing style that you get from J.L. Seeger. She definitely took some risks in this book, specifically thinking about that spice scene that happened. I was like, okay, JL, I didn't see this coming from you, but I'm glad that it's here. So please know, for me, don't go in with the same expectation that you have for other J.L. Seegars books in the New Haven series. This is completely different. She is taking, like I said, some risky approach, but she is also staying consistent with having some deeper conversations, some deeper threats, some deeper meaning. I'm going to tell you, I very much found myself getting my emotions invested, because the audacity of Aubrey to compare grief, to leverage grief in his political platform, to dog out and disrespect his wife in the manner in which he did, and him still wind up winning. Piss me off. But, you know, every dog has his day, and I hope that it is coming. I hope that he crashes and burns on the world's largest stage. But, you know, I have to keep reading to see if Celine gets her lick back. And trust me, she has a laundry list of reasons why she should come in book 2 swinging on everybody. Nobody should be spared. I think the only person that's going to be able to rise from the ashes is Celine. And baby, she is going to make everybody grovel because she is owed her due. So I'm going to tell you, if you were considering reading something that was in the political realm, that had a polyamorous relationship, being able to navigate some of the choices that everyone makes, this is definitely the read I would tell you to read. Like I said, I want to be mindful. Don't come in with the same expectations of the New Haven series. Please respect JL's creativity with this one. But all in all, I had a very fun time reading on this trip. I'm going to say, if you all would do me a favor, tell me a vacation that you are looking forward to. So if you could hop on a plane or hop on a train to go anywhere, where would you go? If you don't want to do that, leave me a red and white heart for the illusion of power, and I'll talk to y'all next time. Bye.